Welcome to this week's episode of Cook What You Caught. I'm your host, John Johnson. And I've been out here at Lake Mead all day fishing, and look what we caught, this beautiful Tapula fish. Now notice how nice it is. It's because it was caught at, beautiful Lake Mead. Look at that water behind me. Great. Now, I'm going to be showing you what this fish has on it, what its parts are, and everything about it. And then we're going to cook it up and make a nice fried filet burger. Before we cook this fish up and make a burger out of it, let me show you some things about it. Let's start towards the rear here. This fin right here. Can you see this? Yes. This fin right here is called the anal fin. Now, the anal fin is a single fin along the ventral side between the caudal fin and the pelvic fins. Now, the caudal fin is the tail. It refers only to the actual fin rather than the whole of the posterior end of the fish. Now, caudal fin, not the back side. Caudal fin is just the fin. And now we have the dorsal fin. The dorsal fin is this long fin up here. See that right there? That is the dorsal fin. Now, the dorsal fin is at the top of the animal on the dorsal side. And it's a single fin along the back of the fish between the head and the caudal fin. Some kinds of fish have two dorsal fins. Some kinds of fish have one dorsal fin. This fish has a long dorsal fin, extend all the way from the head side, which is the posterior side, to the anterior side where the caudal fin is. Now, as you know, on a dolphin, they have one dorsal fin, and it's a big thing like this. Now, here are the eyes. You can see the eyes. This fish is dead, so the eyes aren't bulging out. But if they're swimming out in the water, the eyes just bulge out and help them see in dark areas and stuff like that. And, of course, that's their sight organ. Now, if we look right here, now this is their gill slit. The gill slit is where the air comes into the fish's gills, where the water comes into the fish's gills, and it pulls out the oxygen out of the water, and, look, a scale. It pulls the oxygen out of the water and lets the fish breathe. Something I forgot to tell you about, I told you about the dorsal side. Here's the dorsal side. Now let me tell you about the ventral side. This is the ventral side down on the bottom. It's easy to tell because the fish swims along in the water like this, and the ventral side would face the bottom, hence the ventral side. You can also tell the ventral side because of the anal fin. The anal fin is always on the bottom, or the ventral side. Now along the side that you can't see, it's right under the skin here, is the lateral line. It's a sense organ that runs along the side of most fishes. It's used for sensing motion in the water, and it's extremely sensitive, and can even feel sound waves pushing on the water. What we have here is the pectoral fin, one of the most anterior paired set of fins. In most live bears, located laterally, immediately posterior to the gill slit on the side of the body. This is used for fine movement backward and forward. See, so they wave these little things like this, so they can go backward and forward. Now, we have the pelvic fin. It is one of the most posterior set of paired fins. In most live bears, it's located ventrally, just along the anterior of the anal fin. It's used for stability in water and helps keep the fish from rolling over, so he doesn't start swimming like this. One little thing we forgot, here's the mouth. See, this fish has what almost looks like little teeth, but they're not really teeth. They just help sort out things and bite through things, and it's kind of neat. Okay, and one thing we forgot to tell you is standard length. It's the distance from the interior tip of the snout to the base of the tail, right here. Now this one, I probably have to say, it's about 6 to 8 inches. It's a good-sized fish. For Lake Mead, you can't complain. So, now are you ready? We're going to get this thing all ready to cook up. Now, to prepare this fish to cook, all we got to do is cut off the head, cut off the tail, skin it, and that'll be all. And then we can throw it on the fire, cook it up, and that'll be good. I'm in the middle of getting this ready to cook. We'll be back with you in a minute to show you how it comes out. Almost done, just frying this baby up. It'll be just another moment, and we'll have a beautiful fish fillet sandwich for you and for me to share. Nothing better than a fillet of fish with some cheese, some tartar sauce, good for you and me. Well, that sure was tasty. You know, fish are a very important part of our food chain, because if they weren't here, we'd have real problems because, you know, the big sharks wouldn't be able to eat the little fishies, and then we wouldn't be able to kill the big sharks, you know, the whole food cycle thing, and then eventually we'd all die. And all that would be left on this crummy little world would be cockroaches. So, that wouldn't be very good. Anyway, enough about that. And join us next week on Cook What You Caught when we're in Venezuela cooking some wild animals. It'll be fun. Join us then. Tartar sauce, good for you and me. No way. Okay, is that it? Good? It's too late now. If not... Good for me, good for you. Something like that.